Hi, Mark, Michelle, Esther, and Kate, because this video was inspired by the focus bracelets. I created this video while focusing and goofing off this week to give you a sneak peek at some of the inventions we created and will be launching this year. This video is an invitation for you to come play with us if you're inspired. My name is Suzan Brown. I'm the inventor that Abraham selected to come on stage in Long Beach on February 8th, and many other times on Abraham Now. Well, I actually spoke with Mark and Michelle briefly about some of these inventions even before Esther stepped on stage. And it was rather unexpected because my inner being guided me to come visit the merchandise table, which was a little odd because I already have most of the books and the audios, but I just was following the impulse, and my eyes were drawn over to the right where these bracelets were, and I asked about them, and then Michelle told me about them, and I said, we can make these bracelets actively come alive and measure the very words on them. So, for example, alignment. Well, we biometrically can measure alignment with what I'm calling a soul compass, which is one of our trademarks. Instead of a smart watch or a smart ring or all sorts of, different fitness trackers that measure your fitness and physical well-being in your sleep, we're more interested in your wakeful states and feelings and your alignment and your resonance and your coherence and goosebumps, which I call Truthbumps. We have about 100 customers using our Soul Compass today with our mobile app and a web app, and they are measuring their allowance and their elevated heart power, particularly when they're meditating or doing something where they are focused and they're tapping into the replenishment mode or a flow state. We intend with this to gamify better feeling thoughts and gamify the emotional guidance scale with something called FlowTube. And so when you can watch content wearing a soul compass in any one of these form factors, and it knows where you are and would show content that could bring you to the next level of emotion. And in that way, you get rewarded to think better feeling thoughts, and so does the content creator. So ideally, my big dream is to have a bracelet or some kind of necklace, a wearable that, glows when you flow. So you can wear your heart on your sleeve. And this way, if you're at an Abraham Hicks workshop and you raise your hand, the bracelet will quite literally glow. Or maybe a music concert, so you can light up when your heart rings true. Which brings me to another absolutely magical rendezvous that took place at Abraham Hicks Live in Long Beach. I'm sure you noticed that one of your guests, and you even called her up on stage, was Melissa Etheridge, a very famous musician in America. And before I created this video for you, I was working on the one for her because we have invited Melissa to be our role model for the Soul Compass, to take thought beyond where it has been before and to get the juiciest juice out of life, which is the very thing she asked Abraham about. So we are preparing an offer as we speak to thrill her for years to come and knock her socks off. Which brings me to the next invention, which I believe will knock your socks off. And I think it is something that you're going to want to own, and we're prepared to give it to you because it is that powerful. It's called Ask Abraham, and it is an AI engine with thousands of publicly available videos of Abraham transcribed so that anyone can ask a question in any language and get an answer from Abraham in their mother tongue. Like, that is already amazing, and it's up and running right now. But we have something in mind that we think is just so thrilling, that it's really something that, I mean, I am really excited about it, and I want to share it with you. And it's something much more than a text or audio interface. It's a virtual video interface of Esther herself channeling Abraham wisdom to everyone, on demand, basically. Because, right now, only 1% of the population even get selected by Esther to speak directly to Abraham. Well, what if everyone could get selected? I mean, that's the dream, right? But it would be demanding of Esther. And, well, she gets to do what she loves to do. And there's, only so much of physical Esther to go around. But here's what we have in mind that could be created this year. I'm not talking about the future. I'm even in just a few months' time. That's how advanced AI technology is right now. A truly interactive online experience of an Abraham workshop using a virtual video avatar of Esther Hicks on stage instead of a studio setting, which is what Abraham now looks like. A user could submit a video, and even with just 60 seconds, we don't need any more than that, we can make a video avatar of that person and place them in the hot seat on stage with Esther next to them, replicating or creating the thrill of being selected at an in-person event and having a full-blown interactive experience and conversation in real time with Abraham. Not just a low bandwidth, one question and an answer, but an interactive experience. Full bandwidth. AI technology has actually advanced to this point today where you cannot tell the difference between a video of a person or an AI generated video version of that person. It's not a cartoon image. It's really dynamic, with full lip syncing in the proper language chosen. So Esther and Abraham can now speak every language. But a future advanced version of this would involve Ask Abraham actually tapping into the collective of Abraham itself, and not just the database of transcripted videos. So I have a digital creative expert working on an avatar video right now of Esther that can speak any language. And in order to look and sound exactly like Esther, it would really properly need her explicit permission. So we can either create it in the likeness of someone else or wait until you want us to do this for you and Abraham Hicks Publications. It is so powerful that we believe that you should own it, and we are extremely open to a win-win way of making that possible, because we want to create it not just with your permission, but with your participation and your collaboration, and really enjoy it with you. So in the future, not too far, but participants could submit video questions just like they do now with Abraham Now. And if they're wearing a soul compass, your system would know who has the most power flowing with the least resistance, and would automatically prioritize those videos for the public broadcast with an either real or virtual version of Esther responding and channeling Abraham. And eventually these versions would blend together. But every person who submits a question to Abraham now could get selected without requiring any more of Esther herself. And yeah, then the broadcast would then randomly place everyone in their own version of the streaming version, along with the ones that Esther selects. So now everyone can experience the thrill of being in the virtual hot seat on stage and having a real-time interactive experience with the infinite wisdom of Abraham through a virtual video avatar of Esther. You know, just like the iPod put an infinite library of music in your pocket, Ask Abraham will give everyone personal and direct access to Abraham without requiring Esther's attention each time. And then, well, Esther could do whatever she loves to do and let the technology leverage and do the work for her so she can have more fun. And then we can scale this so you can upload everything Abraham has ever said. And then, if you want, we can make it look and sound exactly like Esther in her voice. These are just the first two inventions that we want to share with Abraham Hicks Publications. And there is more. And we'd love to tell you in person or in a call. I used to live in Encinitas, not far from Esther. I'm currently in Seal Beach, still not very far. And I am happy to have a call or to drive down there and meet with anyone who wishes to meet with us in person. Ask Abraham is up and running. You can play with it, and we'd like to properly market it with your permission, and preferably transfer it to Abraham Hicks Publications so that you own it. We're happy to do all the work behind the scenes because, well, we're getting ready to launch the Soul Compass, and there's going to be a lot of people interested in Ask Abraham. And we're going to be targeting the Abraham Hicks community through paid ads on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And we're happy to share these results with you. And talk to Kate if she's interested in our creating a custom solution for Abraham Hicks Publications. So you can sell a Soul Compass bracelet using your own name at your workshops. Lots to think about. And I am thrilled to have a conversation with you. I look forward to hearing from you.
Melissa Etheridge is a talented musician who has created beautiful music that resonates with many people around the world, just like the unseen fairies of the universe working in harmony with you. Melissa Etheridge's music has the power to uplift and inspire. As you tune into the vibrations of her songs, you align with the energy of creativity and joy, just as Esther and Jerry found inspiration in singing "God Bless" to every country. Let the melodies of Melissa Etheridge's music bless your soul and guide you towards alignment with your highest self.